Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 8 of developing a personal competitive advantage in the 5-Minute Motivator. And this is the 7th behavior that we're going to be discussing today. I should say the 7th and final behavior. Wow, part 8. This was an 8-episode series, and I hope you enjoyed it. I should be getting this out into a kind of a PDF format very soon, so it'll be available for anybody that joins the 5-Minute Motivator in both written format as well as the links, so that you'll always have a repository of them, and maybe a little abstract in terms of how to set goals to make sure that the 7 behaviors of developing a personal competitive advantage truly become part of your daily activities. Okay, so what is the last behavioral component of developing a competitive advantage? It is this: personal responsibility. Now, you've heard me talk about this a lot in the past, and I will continue to talk about this in the future. I will shout this from the highest mountain if possible. Personal responsibility means that you are responsible for everything that happens in your life. Your spouse is not responsible. The government is not responsible. Your parents are not responsible. You are responsible. Right now, at this point in time, you can go to the mirror, look at yourself and smile, pat yourself on the back, because you got to this particular point where you are in your life because of the decisions that you have made. Accept it. Accept it. Accept the fact that you are responsible for you. There are no excuses. There are no timeouts. Life is not a dress rehearsal. You are doing what you need to at this moment, folks. I can't explain it any clearer than that. There are no scrimmages. Every day you are in the Super Bowl. There are no rehearsals. Every day you are on Broadway. And the end result of that process is that you need to develop a level of understanding that if it's to be, it's up to me. I am responsible for me. Now, how does this translate into developing a personal competitive advantage? When individuals at the office start to see, especially your boss, when they start to see that you are a no excuse person, you don't have the yeah buts. All right, do you know what a yeah but is? When somebody tells you something and you say, yeah, but, yeah buts. All right, the end result is that you accept the responsibility and you move it forward. You do what you need to solve it. When your boss starts to see that, when other people around you start to see that, you become the go-to person. You become the individual that other individuals want on their team. And that is a promotable item. That's why I saved this till the very end. Personal responsibility is really the answer to a lot of individual issues. You know what, I'm not a clinical psychologist, and I'm certainly not going to diagnose clinical depression by any stretch of the imagination. But in my coaching sessions, when I see that individuals are depressed, and one of the things that I do is say, listen, accept responsibility for your actions, accept where you are right now because you got yourself there, and now develop a plan of action to get out of it. I start to see in many situations a spark in their eye. I start to see a little lightness in their step. I start to see movement forward. And I think that is the general reason why personal responsibility is so important. Don't accept any excuses. Don't accept any excuses from anybody else, but more importantly, don't accept any excuses from yourself. Okay, you are responsible for you. All right, and the more that you understand that process of personal responsibility, the greater your level of success is going to be, and more importantly, the greater the level of success projection that you're going to have with other people. Look at how do people get promoted? People get promoted because of this notion of quote unquote a can-do attitude. What does that mean, a can-do attitude? It means accepting responsibility for the things that you're responsible for. And I'll go a little bit further. Sometimes it might actually mean accepting responsibility for things that you're not responsible for, and seeing if you could fix them. Okay, see, that's the whole idea. I mean, watch some of the business shows on television when a CEO is being interviewed. You'll see it. All roads lead to them. It's personal responsibility. They don't accept any excuses for any actions caused by them or not caused by them, and that's the whole idea behind personal responsibility. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've taken these 7 behavioral attributes of developing a personal competitive advantage to heart. I hope that you're going to be putting some goals in place to moving them forward in terms of internalizing them. And this is Bill Shaka, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in another episode of the 5-Minute Motivator. Don't forget, like, share, comment on this if you can. I know sometimes the share button isn't, especially on LinkedIn, but do what you can. I would appreciate it. Remember, the 5-Minute Motivator is on the way. Looking forward to seeing you. The 5-Minute Motivator membership is on the way. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.